Hello and welcome to the Checkpoint Reach podcast, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing the Mass Effect Squadmate tier. Obviously this is off the back of our podcast with Fishy. Check that out, the link in the description below, where we discuss the possible Mass Effect remaster. And as ever, I'm joined by Sud. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Good. I'm looking forward to this. Should be good. Should be fun.
Should be fun. I mean, obviously we're big Mass Effect fans, so yeah, this
kind of it follows up what we did a couple of weeks ago, doesn't it? With the podcast a couple of weeks ago with Fishy, which was really good. I enjoyed that. It was good conversation. So hopefully this will expand on it a bit more, give our thoughts on the companions and what we thought of them, rank them.
I'm sure it will, and we'll see how much we disagree or agree. And obviously, if you are listening or watching on YouTube, if you agree with our comment or our list, I guess, let us know in the comments below. And if you disagree, also let us know in the comments. Intrigued to see what people do think. But let's get started, shall we? And we're going to start with Zaid.
Yep.
The South African.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's... Well, I assume he's not supposed to be in the game because it's set in space, but...
Well, no, Earth's on Mass Effect, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Effect, so
I can't even remember where he starts, if he even starts on Earth or what, but... Gotta be honest, a character, to be honest, that I think out of my 3 or 4 times I played through the whole trilogy, I think I only ended up recruiting him maybe once or twice. Because I know he was...
more than me.
He was DLC, wasn't he? He was free DLC from Mass Effect 2 at the start of the game, but then if you didn't get the code in the box or whatever, you had to pay for him later on.
Yeah.
So
and I
only really used him,
so I didn't get to, utilize him.
You meet him on Omega at the start of Omega when you first go there in Mass Effect 2. He's a cool character. I think he's all right. He's not. I don't think he's a terrible character by any means. But he's just one for me that a little bit forgettable.
Yeah.
Not really a character that I've got too many fond memories with. I think I remember him a little bit from the suicide mission in 2. But apart from that, I don't really...
keep him alive.
I kept everyone alive, yeah.
I know.
So people don't believe me for some reason. I think Perth doesn't actually believe me. I don't know why. It's like...
I'm a little bit sceptical.
Well, the thing is, right, first of all, I did all the upgrades for the ship.
Right.
So I knew that would be fine, because I did them all. I remember doing them all, because I literally did because I knew that suicide mission was coming up, so I literally made sure I did everything I could. And then I think I obviously got a little bit lucky with the choices. I think a little bit. Some of them to me were quite obvious. Like, the one where it's like, who do you use to take the refugees back or whatever it was? It's like, well, you obviously use like a soldier type because,
protect them.
So I think I used Jacob. I think I used Jacob. It was like that to me. That was the obvious choice.
We'll get to him later on.
Yeah, but anyway, going off track a bit, but just on Zaid, I gotta be honest, not got much to say about him. I mean, some people probably have a lot more to say, but...
So where are you ranking him? Because I can't really, I don't have an opinion. I didn't get the chance to have him as a companion.
I'm gonna put him in the C tier.
Oh, he's going C.
I think, and the reason is, I don't think he deserves to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
He's not a character that I thought, he's not a character that like annoyed me,
Yeah,
or irritate me, but he's just there.
We should probably explain, if you haven't seen the tier list before. I mean, it's a little bit self-explanatory, but obviously at the top is the best of the best, and it just progressively gets worse. Yeah. And D for us is literally get in the bin sort of characters.
Characters that you just wish weren't in the game, basically, or So but no, I don't think Zaid's that. I think he's a C. So we'll put him there.
All right. Well, we'll move on then. Next up is Rex.
Yeah, Rex.
Surely a fan favourite. I mean, I love him.
I'm not going to lie, though. I think there's going to be a common theme with a lot of these choices. And I think you're going to find the characters from 1 higher up in general than the ones from 2 and 3. That's my opinion. I just think that's because it's the first game. It's more memorable story-wise, I think, because it's the first one. It's the one that overall probably has the best characters, I think, companions. I don't think that's even. I know there is characters from 2 and 3 that are really good, but I mean, if you're looking at the whole cast, the ones that are introduced.
Well, you do get to play essentially all the way through with some of these characters from 1 and build up the relationship.
Yeah,
so
that's it. So that helps. Obviously.
That does help.
But Rex, I mean, Rex is great, isn't he?
Yeah, he is brilliant.
Even from the moment you meet him on the Citadel, like at first you're thinking like, oh, this guy's going to be some sort of antagonist, aren't you, when you first meet him? Because of his race and things like that. They're obviously not a friendly race, really. But it's weird with him because I think he obviously Shepard grows on Rex, doesn't he, throughout the trilogy? Yeah. Like in the first one, he's quite skeptical of him. And he's a bit like,
By the third one, he loves him.
Yeah, well, yeah, depending on what choice you make in the third one, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, I never made the wrong choice there, in my opinion. So.
I did do that once. I did elect not to cure it once.
Yeah,
he's not very happy, to say the least.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
So, but no, most of the time I sided with Rex, to be fair.
Yeah,
with the genophage.
Same.
But,
well, the debate is...
He was a great character.
Because for me, I actually think Rex should be in the S tier.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, he is good.
I love him.
He is good. What did you think about the mission where you can kill him on Vermeer? If you've got enough, is it enough renegade points?
Yeah.
You kill him, can't you?
You can.
Because he disagrees with you, doesn't he, about it's about the genophage, actually. He's talking about the clones, isn't it? The clones, that's it.
Yeah. I never killed him.
You can shoot him. I did do it once. I was doing a renegade playthrough, so I was like, I was literally, my mindset was I'm going to literally do the most horrible things possible in the playthrough.
I don't know, I just could never bring myself to do it. With certain characters I loved, I just like, I'm picking them every time, I'm keeping them on side.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm going S, but I don't feel like you agree.
No, I don't think he's quite... This is hard because it depends how many people put in an S, doesn't it? Really, because it's like... Technically, you could probably think of maybe 6 or 7 that you.
I've only got 3.
But you've got 3. Okay. Yeah. See, I've probably got 1 or 2 in S, maybe 2 in S. So, I personally, I'd put him in A. So I don't know where we're going to put him. Do you know what we need? We need a coin toss.
A coin toss.
Yeah, but
wait, I don't have any coins lying around.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Actually, I do.
Okay, are we going to do this then? Are we going to do the coin toss to put him in SRA? I think that's fair, isn't it? If it's 50-50,
this is what it's come to, is it?
All right.
A lovely 20 pence.
So I'll go heads for X and A.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Heads it was. You're probably not going to be able to see that, but...
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll leave that there.
I think that's fair enough.
Well,
I mean, surely, though, can I just say before we move on, surely there's other characters that you'd put in S more than him, though? Maybe.
Oh, I've accidentally put him in S.
Accidentally. He better be an A when I see this one.
No, he's an A, don't worry. Yeah, I mean... Right. Yeah, but with this you can rank them. From left is the highest in that category for me, and then obviously it gets worse. Or
I think to be fair, Rex will definitely be high up in the A. He's not going to be low down in the A. So,
all right. Well, next we move on. Oh, this is another debate. We move on. It's
probably the most controversial one.
We move on to Tali. Now
I'll let you go first because I know you've.
All right, I actually really liked Tali. I thought she was great throughout. I always enjoyed dialogues with her on the ship and stuff. I enjoyed a loyalty mission in 2. I just everything that usually involved Tali, I enjoyed. I really liked the character, so I never had an issue with her. And for me, I would put her in the A category.
Right. Okay.
Which I know you're going to completely disagree with. So.
Well, I think to be fair. I think what it was with Tali, I think Tali is worse earlier on actually than later on. I think Tali's better later on than early. I know that's probably a controversial opinion. I know people love Tali in the first one, but I just didn't really get into the character in the first one much. Do you know what it might be as well? I never really had her as a companion. I never chose her, Yeah. I always chose someone else really. So I thought a story's interesting. Obviously she's a Quarian. The Quarians are an interesting race anyway.
Yeah, they are.
They live on they live on their massive ships, don't they? They don't really have a home because of what happened to the homeworld with the Geth. So, and the Geth
which was their own story.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they invented the Geth,
created them, yeah.
That, didn't they? So, but I think to be fair, I do think Tali gets better as it goes along. I think better in 2 and definitely better in 3. I mean, I've got to say, I love that mission in 3. The sort of decision between, the Geth and Quarian war, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
In 3. I think that's one of the best missions in 3 in the entire series.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that mission too.
Great mission. Unfortunately, though, for me, I always 99% of the time I let her commit suicide because I always choose the Geth.
Well, what did you say to me before we started the podcast? I loved it when she fell.
I was happy to let her go. I was
what?
like, yeah, no.
You evil bastard.
Do you know what? Even on Paragon playthroughs, I let her go.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. There's something about a scene where I think it's perfect that she just commits suicide. You've got to admit that is a good way of her going out, I think.
I don't.
I mean, yeah. I just think no, in terms of like the way that story develops with the Geth, it's like a realistic thing to do because she's like lost any sort of hope, hasn't she? That's it. So, well, we'll get onto the other character in that in a few minutes, won't we? Legion, but who I really like as well. But quite spoiler, I guess, for Legion.
Well,
but
where are you putting her? Because you definitely disagree with the A.
See, I don't know because it's hard because I do feel like she's a very important character to the game, but I just didn't really like her that much. So it's like, do you know what? I don't have a problem with putting her maybe low down in A.
Okay, so
if it was just up to me, if I was doing just Liz, I'd probably put her in B, the top of B.
Well, I'm going to fight for Tally here.
Yeah, I know. I think Tally. I think it's fair enough, but I would put her probably lower down in A. I don't think she deserves to be, top of A. She's not as good as Rex, for example.
No, she probably isn't in my opinion, but she deserves to be in the A category.
Yeah, she can be in the A.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Next one is what did you say?
This is going to be an interesting one.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion on it. It's Edie.
Right. Okay.
Interesting
character.
Yeah, she was interesting and she was fine. I never.
Ship's AI turns into a a sort of she makes herself, doesn't she? What would you call it? I don't know really.
She just
I don't even know what you'd say. She takes a body, doesn't she?
Yeah, from the person you beat in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. What I like about Edie is she's got a lot of her relationship with Joker is great, isn't it?
Yeah,
they have a lot of banter, don't they? A lot of sort of sexual chemistry, which is quite interesting.
With a robot.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. I mean, that's played out in 3, isn't it? When you're in the Citadel, you're dancing and stuff. And
yeah,
it's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. Like, I don't necessarily think Edie's like, an amazing character, but she does have some cool moments, I think.
Yeah, she has some alright moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've got an unpopular opinion, but I didn't really care. Like, she was alright.
No, yeah. I think she's definitely nowhere near the top tier. But personally, I'd probably put her in B.
Okay.
I think. I don't know if you agree, because I don't think she's as irrelevant as like Zaid. Obviously, she's got more relevance to the story than that. But
yeah.
At the same time, it's like, apart from her quips with Joker, I don't really think she's. I mean, you can't really say she's not important because she's the ship's AI.
Mm-hmm.
So she does have a big role to play. I mean, she has a massive role to play in the game, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I just think it's B. I think B is fair. Probably middle of B.
You know what? I'll go with that. I'll go with B.
I think B.
She's all right.
Yeah, and B's characters that you don't mind being in the game, but not that bothered either.
Yeah.
I think so.
What's C again? Just completely not asked.
Yeah, C's kind of like...
you don't hate them.
No, don't hate them, but they're not interesting either. Like, Edie did have some interesting points, I think.
I'll go with
relationship with Joker. So.
All right. Right, well, next one then is Samara.
Yeah.
I actually like Samara.
Yeah, I thought Samara was all right. That mission you do, that's another that's a good mission, isn't it? And so... where you kind of have to, you basically have to, at the end of the mission, you have to choose between, the killer daughter, or the mother, who, So it's a good mission, that, but I usually did choose Samara.
Yeah,
Samara's the Paragon choice.
I stuck with Samara.
It is interesting. Did you ever do Morinth?
Yeah, I did, and I did try doing her as well, and then it got me killed. So
yeah, that's it.
She,
Yeah, don't you have to reload if that happens?
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember the scene. Yeah. But it's weird though because you kind of know it's going to happen, so you kind of like, I just want to see what happens.
Just testing the waters, you know.
Because it says throughout the thing like she's obviously I can't remember the name of it. Is it Yardandakshi or something like that? I can't remember the exact term for them, but basically it's an Asari that they purposely kind of seduce, don't they? Victims, and then end up killing them. Yeah. So I don't know. I think Samara, to be fair, the only problem with Samara is apart from that mission, I don't think she's that interesting. Other than in that mission,
I think she's alright. I think she's a solid B.
Yeah, I'd put her in B as well. I don't know. She's definitely better than a C, but I think low B for me.
Well,
maybe.
Is she above or below Edie? I'd have her above, personally.
Yeah, maybe just above, maybe.
Okay. So as things stand, she is the top of B. Right, let's move on.
Here we go.
Another great character.
Here we go, boys.
Great character, Mordin.
Yes. Oh, what a fantastic character.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you're introduced to him in 2, it's in the hospital, isn't it?
Yep.
You actually kind of... Well, I say you rescue him. You don't really rescue him, do you? Because he's doing work in the slums, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And he's helping the poor out there. It's that infection, isn't it? The plague.
Yep.
He's trying to find a cure for the plague. That's another really good mission, actually, in 2. I like that mission a lot.
Mate, there's a load of good missions in 2.
Oh, yeah. 2's just great, but... He's just so good, Morden, isn't he? I love how quirky he is. He's funny. He's got such a dry sense of humour.
He has.
He's great.
I like
He's actually...
I like the way he rushes as well, like when he's talking. I don't know why.
There's
something about it. Everything about the character just seems to work.
It's like, because obviously Solarians, they don't live very long, do they? They live to like 30, 35 years of age, so they always talk fast anyway, but he talks even faster.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks almost in a sort of broken language, doesn't he? It's like he doesn't really talk in full sentences a lot of the time.
Well, a bit like Yoda-esque.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Some of the sentences don't make complete grammatical sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what makes him, really.
Yeah, and
songs,
obviously... Yeah. Can't forget about his songs. I mean, I say you can't forget about them. I don't know the lyrics, but
no,
they're great in the game.
Don't. Yeah. But, I mean, we all... He goes from like a great character to a really great character with that mission.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, we all know it, the Genophage mission in Mass Effect 3. That is such a good mission. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And the fact that you can kill him, which I did do once. I only did once because I was like, I love Morden, but I did do it once on my Renegade playthrough, and it's such a gut-wrenching moment when you shoot him.
Isn't that...
To stop him. I mean, it's to stop him.
I've never done it in my playthrough, but I feel like I've watched someone do it on theirs, or maybe I even, wanted to see that scene in particular, but... Does he get shot and somehow makes it onto the elevator and it's like crawling, but he can't get there in time?
He can't quite get there, yeah. So it's even more gut-wrenching, which I've got to say, that is fantastic writing, where they did that. Because they could have easily just been like, oh, you shoot him and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just walk out. But it's like the fact that they make it like he nearly almost gets there.
More dramatic, yeah. Oh,
but then obviously...
I couldn't do that to Morden. Yeah. I love him. I can't do that.
Well, the Paragon choice obviously is what most people do, and that's basically letting him die.
Mm-hmm.
But he kills the Genophage, which is so ironic for a Solarian to do that.
I know.
Considering their hatred, and well, both ways. Hatred towards the Grogan and Grogan hatred towards them.
Yeah, come full circle.
But yeah, I mean, Morden's just an amazing character. I actually liked Morden in combat as well.
Oh really? I don't think I used him too much in combat.
Yeah, he was cool in combat. He had some cool powers and stuff. So
I'm going A, high A. I don't know about you.
Do you know what? He like almost sneaks into S, Morden. Almost.
I'd agree.
Like, I don't know.
I still think though he's A. I think.
So you've got 2 more that you'd put in over him, an S.
Yeah.
Right. Well, okay. Yeah, I've got to say though, if he's in A, he's got to be the top of A. Oh, the absolute top of A for me.
Okay.
Probably even more than Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think he
better
should
than
be.
Rex.
I think he should be the top A. A top A candidate, but I think people might people might be disappointed. Like some people might think S straight away.
Well,
Morgan, but
if you are, watching again, let us know in the comments. We want to know what your thoughts are and who, where you'd rank characters from Mass Effect.
Yeah, we're certainly going to get people disagree.
Well, yeah, this is very subjective.
Subjective.
I mean, people's playthroughs can be different, obviously, and people attach to different characters. But we'll go Morden and top of A for now. I think that's a good one. Right. Okay. Now this is your love interest, Miranda.
Yeah. Oh, what does it say about Miranda in terms of love interest? I mean, right up there, isn't she? Come on.
Yeah, she was all right.
I mean, she was that good. I kind of said bye-bye to Liara from the first one for her in 2. And then went back to Liara again in 3.
Absolutely disgraceful. You're a despicable human. All men are the same.
Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. But
yeah.
As soon as you see him 2, though, it's like, oh, you can't pass that up. You can't pass that opportunity up.
Well, I mentioned a story on the podcast a couple of weeks ago that I was romancing Ashley from the first one. Obviously, second one, she is mad at you for being in Cerberus, and then I ended up romancing Miranda. Now, when you go back to Shepard's quarters, your love interest from the first game, there's a picture of them, isn't there? The photo frame was down after I romanced Miranda. So I was like, oh no, I want to keep that romance. So I went back to Miranda.
Such a nice touch, by the way, in the game.
It is.
To do that.
And I went back through the dialogue with Miranda, and then I declined, her advances. And then the photo frame was back up, and me and Ashley were back on course. So I got the best of both worlds.
I reckon if you were in that situation, Shepard, though, I reckon you'd be turning down her advances somehow.
Well, when was the last time he had sex? He's been dead for 3 years or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Been a while.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah. And he's kind of got a new body almost, hasn't he? So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened down there.
Yeah, no.
I don't even want to speculate.
No.
So, but, yeah.
Yeah, they don't really go into that in the game, do they?
No, they don't need to. They don't need to be fair.
Genitalia, so. No, to be fair though, I will say, even though she was a really good love interest, I don't see Miranda as a top tier character.
Yeah, I agree.
Really, I think she's a good character. I actually think her backstory is really interesting.
It is. With
her dad and the fact that she's basically been made almost. She's been molded to be beautiful, hasn't she? Like that's the point of her character. Like she's been made to be like sexually attractive, basically.
Yeah.
That helps with like negotiations, doesn't it? And she's basically been by her dad, but her dad's obviously. I mean, there's that mission. Her dad's like awful, isn't he?
Yeah, he's horrible. Yeah, he's got a sister, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to try and rescue her, don't you?
You do.
Which is a good mission. I think the only thing I'd say though is, apart from 2, obviously she's not in 1. In 3, is she as important? Not really. Not really. Like she's there, obviously, but. I think 2 is where she shines, isn't it? And obviously, because she's the main character in 2. But
yeah, I agree. Miranda was all right, but yeah, it was only really in 2 that she was the main part of your crew.
Yeah. 3. I don't think we should be influenced by her sort of
looks,
love interest. That yeah.
Well, I'm not, because I didn't really romance. No. I just did it for a cheeky little cheat. Honestly, I'd say she's middle of B, maybe towards the end of B. She's not A. Don't try and argue.
No,
A.
I'd say B. I'd probably put her more towards the top of B, maybe not the top B, but maybe second or third in B.
I'll have her ahead of Edie, but behind.
Yeah, definitely. No, she's definitely ahead of Edie. Yeah.
So we're going for that for now.
I think we'll go top of B. Yeah. For now.
No, second in B.
All right, second.
Samara's top. Mate, put your love interest aside.
I know.
Well, speaking of that, it's my go now. The racist Ashley Williams. I didn't. Yeah. Well, apparently she is.
It's true.
Yeah, well, she technically, she is a racist, I think, in the game. But yeah, this was my love interest. A little bit boring when I think back.
I completely agree.
Going with the human.
Yeah, not really.
It's not
I just
adventurous.
think the character's not that great. I don't know. It just doesn't really interest me that much. I mean, obviously her most prominent roles in the first one.
Yeah.
Of course.
She's very boring soldier. She's just like,
yeah, not really.
There's not much to her. I mean, I guess she becomes less racist. That's her arc.
She's also the one thing I do think is quite interesting about her in terms of like her backstory is the fact that she's like heavily Christian, isn't she, in a world that is like spacefaring. So it's like an interesting sort of like, you wouldn't expect that sort of thing, but that's an interesting. I guess it's an interesting part of her character. But in terms of like everything else, I don't know. she hates all the aliens. I mean, there's that when they first come on the ship, she's kind of like, Commander, are you sure about all these? It's like, she's kind of like, I'm not.
And I ended up liking the aliens a lot more than her, mostly.
Yeah.
I must admit, though, when I think back, when I first played it through, and I've done the story, obviously, I loved Ashley. I thought she was great. And then the more and more I've played it,
you realise
she's a bit boring.
I think so as well.
She's just plain. It's vanilla.
Yeah. It's actually, well, we'll get into the other one in a minute. The other kind of, what would you call it? See, to me, I'd class Ashley and Kayden as they're like the starting Pokemon almost, don't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you start with them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, they're nowhere near as good as the starting Pokemon.
No.
Not like the old Pokemon, but I'm just saying, like, it feels like that, doesn't it? Like they're starters. Because that's who you start with them too in the first mission. So
it is.
Meet Ashley, like 5 minutes into the game?
Yeah, something like that. And you lose your little buddy. Can't remember his name now.
Jenkins. Is it Jenkins?
It could have been Jenkins.
Private Jenkins. It is because it's the whole point was the joke, wasn't it? Leroy Jenkins, I think.
Oh, is that the joke?
I think the whole Leroy, the Leroy Jenkins who runs in. I think that's supposed to be. I might be wrong. Someone's probably going to correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's named after.
Yeah,
I think he was called Jenkins.
Rest in peace, Jenkins.
Because he runs in, doesn't he? He does.
Yeah.
He gets killed.
And his shields don't protect him.
And literally, doesn't he get hit with one bullet? It's like, all right then.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can survive like 50 bullets.
But then you pick up Ashley, so there we go. You replace him. So where we going with her? I mean,
this is going to be controversial.
She is.
I tended to put her in C.
She is C. I think I
top
agree.
Top of C. I think.
Well, she's definitely ahead of Zaid.
Yeah, ahead of Zaid. She's more important to the story than Zaid, but I think some people are going to be really annoyed. Some people probably put her in like A, but it's like I just don't have the absolute highest I could allow anyone. I'm saying allow as if I've got the defining thing, but I would say she can be surely B. That's the highest.
If people want to ignore Sud and put him in A and S,
put
you can.
S if you want. But, I just don't think so. I don't think you can justifiably put her any higher than B. So I think C is fair enough. Yeah.
I'm happy with C, even though she was my love interest. I've just it's waned. We've drifted apart, me and Ashley. So she gets put in C. But next up on the list is Legion.
Yeah.
I think we both agree that we really like him.
I like Legion.
I thought Legion was class, and I really liked the story. And it was really gutting to lose him.
I didn't lose him, so.
Oh yeah, of course. Tally. Yeah, I always try and work things out.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because he does end up trying to kill you, doesn't he? If you side with the Quarian, he does try and kill you, doesn't he? I think, from what I remember. I think he tries to like stab you or something.
I can't remember.
I think he does. I'm pretty sure he tries to kill you.
I
can't remember exactly what happens. A long time since I've actually played the third one. So, I just really like him. I think he's a cool character. He doesn't say a lot, but he doesn't need to because he's just. I don't know. There's just something about his presence. He's just having a geth. It's cool.
I thought what they did well with Mass Effect is obviously he's AI, but they made me care about him.
Yeah.
They made me actually care about him.
He's got a lot of redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Even though he's a machine, like he's a geth, but there's just something. There's something fascinating about the geth. The geth are probably one of the most fascinating races in the whole game, aren't they? Really.
Mm.
Just the whole sort of like they were enslaved basically.
Well, they're essentially the Reapers, but on a lower scale.
Well, yeah. I mean, they get indoctrinated by the Reapers, don't they?
The Leviathans created the Reapers, didn't they? To essentially do their dirty work or whatever, and then they turned on them.
Yeah.
Just like.
But I mean, it's interesting though, isn't it? That their story with the Quarians is so interesting. How they started, the Quarians made them to work for them, and then they kind of rebelled, and eventually overthrew them all. I guess you'd say kind of broke their programming. I guess. But I just think it's really. I guess they're really interesting. He's definitely interesting in that mission. Again, we're going to keep coming back to this mission, but that mission is so good. Where you have to and actually, I think you can. There is a third option to kind of get peace between them, isn't there?
No, yeah, that's what I did. You can get peace between them both. But
I don't know about you though.
You lose Legion.
Yeah. The only way you can get Legion is if you side with the Geth.
Yep.
And the only way you can get. No, you can get you can get Tally 2 ways, and you can only get Legion 1, which is a bit odd. But I think that, I don't know about you, I think that mission's best played though, making a hard choice. I just think that's a better option. I think it's a bit safe, the kind of happy lovey dovey, let's have them, but
I don't think that. Yeah, but I
don't think there should have been it.
Yeah, but you don't like Tally.
No, I don't. But I think in general there shouldn't have been a third option. I think it should have been either one or the other because that makes more impact. If you have to choose, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, true. But you know, in a lot of cases, there are ways to work around it.
Yeah, I guess. But...
And I found that way, and I really like Tally, and I really like Legion, so I wanted to.
I really like Legion.
That work.
Where would I put him though? This is.
He's A for me.
Yeah, I'd put him lower A.
He's behind Rex.
I think he's behind the others. To be honest, I'd probably put him as the furthest A.
What, you're putting him below Tally?
No, above Tally. Just above Tally.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no, I'd put them pretty similar. They're pretty similar. Like
they are.
Like I don't personally like Tally, but I can understand why people like her. Does that make sense? I can understand.
That's a tough one, actually. Who do I prefer, Tally or Legion? Because I saved them both.
I'll leave it up to you because I don't mind either way.
All right. That's tough.
Flip a coin on it.
No, I'm gonna make a decision. You wanted me to make the hard decisions. I'm gonna put Legion just behind Tally. I think. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm happy with that.
It's less
that could change. That could change on any day, though. I must admit.
Yeah, and we've got quite a few to go here, so this list's going to get more and more interesting.
Well, it is. Well, next up is Kasumi, and I never got to play with her.
Well, she was a DLC character. The only time I played with Kasumi was once when I did the DLC for 2. Can't remember what the DLC was called, but I know it was a mission. It was like a spy mission almost.
Right.
Kind of like James Bond-esque.
Mm.
You kind of had to like sneak in and be all kind of pally, but then like sneak away from the party, kind of how a James Bond film works.
Yeah. It
was actually really interesting. It was a really good mission. And Kasumi's quite an interesting character, but I don't know, just wasn't interesting enough for me, really.
Well, apart
from that mission.
I think we can make a quick decision on this one.
Well, what I was going to quickly say was, I think for all the DLC characters, I don't know if you feel this way with the DLC characters, because the DLC characters are not really essential to the story, really.
Well, I didn't play with any of them.
No,
so.
I don't think you can put them that high because they're just not characters that a lot of people would have played with or cared about. So I like the mission that she was in, but personally, I don't know. I don't know, C or D. Maybe C. Maybe C.
Well, you want to put her in C?
Low C. I'd say low C.
Low C. Okay.
Low C, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Low C it is.
Have we got anyone in D yet?
No, but we're about to.
No.
Next up is Kayden.
Well, we're going to disagree on this, I think.
Mate, he is so boring. He is so boring. Mass Effect 1, he was that boring in Mass Effect 1 that I have, after playing through that game at least 5 times, I have always killed him off.
Wow, really?
He's that boring.
But come on, we all know why that was.
No, well, yeah, actually, I did Romancer in the first one. I did switch up every now and then with Liara, but he just, oh my god, he's so boring. He's so boring. I couldn't even be honest talking to him half the time, even though I had to.
The reason I disagree is because, yeah, I agree. I think it was probably half and half with me, which one I saved. So 50% of the time I saved Kayden, 50% of the time Ashley, but the times I did save Kayden, he actually gets a bit better in the second, well, especially the third one. He's got some interesting things that happen in the third one.
Yeah, which I'll never see.
I agree. I think in the first one he's not that. Yeah, he's a bit.
Mate, he's throwaway.
So it's actually for me in the first one.
I threw him away. I discarded him. I let him die.
I think they're both forgettable, but he does have some interesting moments in the third one. I think he's more interesting than Ashley is.
I'm going strong on this one. I think he should be in D.
See, I'd put him in C, but it might have to be a coin toss again then.
Come on, man. You don't even like him that much.
No, because I don't think I can put him. Can I really put him below Ashley? I just think they're about the same. Ashley and him should probably be around the same level. C-ish.
Ashley's a little bit better. At least Ashley's a racist. I mean,
at least. If anything, that should put her below.
That's awful, but at least there's something there.
Well, but
they get you to even
not in a good way,
to despise her and try and change her for that, and change her way of seeing the alien races.
Well, I'll allow you. All right, we'll have this compromise, right? I'll allow you to put Kayden in D if you feel that strongly.
What are you going with? Where are you going?
No, but if there's another one later on where you're like want him higher or lower, I get the pick on that. Oh, can we agree with that?
Oh well, I know who's losing out then, but
I mean, if you're that strong about Kayden being in D, that's the compromise I think you have to make.
I'm going Kayden D.
All right,
he's shit. Goodbye.
No holding back there.
No, I just
not even like he's
Sometimes you don't have to sit on the fence or even have like.
I think you're gonna get
with him.
I guarantee you'll get a comment now with like, some Kayden fanboy saying,
probably.
Kayden's an S for me.
Probably, and to be honest,
how anyone could blame an S.
If you enjoyed Kayden, then that's good. I'm glad that someone
give Luke all the
his
abuse.
character.
If you not me, can I just say, if anyone is a Kayden fanboy, I tried my best to get him into C.
Wow, mate, yeah,
I tried.
You tried so hard to get him from D to the end of C.
I just think there's characters for me later on that are definitely in D that are like for me that are way worse.
Right, well, let's see how it goes. Next up is Javik, another DLC guy that I didn't get to play with, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, this is going to disappoint a lot of people, but I don't think I once used him or did the DLC for that one. So I don't actually have an opinion on him. I
must admit, though, I feel like being a Promethean, he shouldn't have been DLC. It'd have been cool to actually just have him in the game.
Yeah, I think it would as well. I don't know. I actually don't have much to say on him because I don't really know much about him. Or, I guess that's bad because we are big Mass Effect fans, but because we didn't play that DLC, any of us, I know. It's hard to
I've watched playthroughs when people have had him, and he seemed like a decent character, to be fair, but I never got the chance.
I have seen in some other lists that I've looked at that he's quite high up, but I think he's just going to have to be in C.
Okay.
He can't be in D.
No, because it's unfair.
No.
We've put all of them in C, the DLC.
Yeah, they did. But I think that's fair enough because
where we put him
the DLC
bottom of the DLC because you haven't played him either.
Well, who else is in C near the bottom?
Well, it's Kasumi and
I'd put him below them because for me anyway, because I played with Zayed and Kasumi at least, so I don't think it's fair to put them above anyone. I don't know.
Okay. All right, we'll go with that.
So that was a quick one.
Right. I'm hoping we agree with this one. The next one is James Vega, voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. That's the only decent thing I know about him because I didn't like his character.
No, I wasn't keen.
He kept calling me. What did he keep calling you?
Oh yeah, he does. It's really annoying, isn't it?
It's like homeboy or essay or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember what.
Now I think you're going to want to put him in D. I don't think it's quite as bad as a.
I do want to put him in D.
No, because there's one in a minute that I really definitely 100% has to be in D, and I'm not even having any arguments about it. But for me,
we're going to disagree then because I know who it is.
But Jacob again. Not Jacob, sorry. James. I always get them mixed up because they're both so boring, really. To be honest, they're both so forgettable and boring.
I didn't mind Jacob.
But, see, this is where we're gonna have to disagree in a minute. But, see, I'd put James in C again. I think he's all right. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's absolutely abysmal either. I just think he's forgettable. There's a few cool moments with him in 3. I think.
Is there?
I think there's a few cool conversations.
If you can tell me a cool moment, I'll put him in C right now.
Well, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but
if you can tell me a cool moment with him, I'll put him in C right now.
He says some interesting things.
Mate, this is the weakest argument I've ever heard.
No, it's not
He's
good,
done some interesting things. He said some interesting things. What's he said? I don't know. He's just something. Yeah.
I just don't think he should be he is supposed to be reserved for the absolute worst, and I just don't think he is the worst, or even in the top 2, really. So
you want him in C?
I think bottom of C, or probably ahead of the DLC characters because we know him quite well in the game. But
he's below Ashley, though, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't put anywhere near that. Like Ashley's not great,
but she's better than him.
Yeah. I'd put him just above the DLC.
Okay. Right. Well, let's disagree again. Next one is Jacob.
And he goes straight in the bin.
No, he doesn't.
No, he's an awful character. Jacob is terrible.
He is not terrible.
He's far worse than James Vega.
You're telling me James is better?
Yeah, I am.
Mate, you've lost your mind.
Jacob is the most boring, one-dimensional, boring character, probably maybe in the entire Mass Effect.
That's everything that James is.
No, it's no.
Yes, it is.
I can't explain what it is, but
at least Jacob has
a bit more interesting.
The dad story in the loyalty mission. That was good.
I didn't. I never felt anything for Jacob.
Oh my god!
I didn't. I just thought he was very boring. Even the way he speaks is boring. He's got that monotone voice. It's like, oh my god!
I liked him.
I must admit, he has to be in D for me.
Maybe I've got an unpopular opinion. I just always thought he was all right.
I'm sorry, but I think this is where we agreed. I want to my executive order, and I want to put him in D. Like you can. I will say that fine if you want to put him above Kayden in D. I don't mind, but it has to be in D for me somewhere.
Oh, well, we did agree to it
D.
before. I must admit, though, I know this is probably really unpopular. I'd have him actually low end B, probably bottom of B.
Oh, come on. Come on. There's no way. So you're telling me that Jacob is higher than Ashley?
Yeah.
Like, Ashley's not great, but higher than Ashley?
Why can't I move that?
As a character in Mass Effect? I don't think so.
Yeah, I would.
Nah.
Only because I liked Ashley less and less the more and more I went on. And I just always thought Jacob was alright. I thought he was alright, pretty cool. But
I really didn't like him. I just thought he was so boring, one-dimensional, forgettable.
I can't believe you're saying this, but you think...
Get him in the bin.
You think James...
Get him in the bin.
You think James is in C?
Yes.
Mate, I think you should be put in the bin.
I'm sorry, but I just think that James had a little bit more about him. Look, I'm not saying he was miles better. But James just had a little bit more about him. For
you can't even tell me what you had more about him.
I don't know. It's just
I've given you the side mission.
There's something about
the loyalty
Jacob
mission.
I just don't like. It's just there's something about him. He's just not interesting.
Right. Well,
at all. There's nothing. I don't know.
I guess it's not a hill to die on, but I did fight his corner.
Yeah, he's in D.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get low. There's probably people now like, oh, Jacob's the best character.
No, mate. I honestly feel like I'm the one with the minority opinion there.
I think it's awful.
Well, we definitely disagree there. But, I agree to the Kayden deal. So it's worth it getting Kayden in there. Right, next, Jack. I think
this is going to be an interesting one, I think.
Oh, I really liked her.
No, I do as well.
All right, okay.
There we go. I thought, for some reason, I thought you were going to like, Jack's a C or something. I was like, nah.
No, I like Jack.
I like Jack.
There's a lot of interesting backstory to
her. Mission's great. When you first meet her.
Yeah.
In the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic mission. She's such an interesting character. Just her powers, and she's literally been tortured, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And obviously she. There's a mission in. I really like. Is it the mission in 3? When she's the head of she's got a bit of hair, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She grows hair. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's 3.
And she's like, what I love about her dynamic is she's obviously. It's hard to say she's not been moral because she's not really had the choice to be moral. Number 2, because she's basically, her powers have been used, hasn't she?
Well, like you said, she's been abused.
She's been abused.
Yeah. So,
but she's obviously quite she's an inappropriate character, isn't she? Her mannerisms.
Oh right, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So what I mean is, when she's looking after the kids, she's got to pretend to be all nice to them, and then she kind of slips up a bit, doesn't she, at times?
To be fair though, in the second one, I always felt like it was just the front, and she was always testing you.
Yeah.
Testing to see what Shepard was actually like.
Well, what I like about her character, she's actually quite a vulnerable character. You find that out in 2.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you go down the romance option with her, which I did once. I did once, I
think.
Just to be a bit different, just to be a bit interesting. And there's that obviously infamous sort of, or famous sort of argument with Miranda that you have to kind of dispute, don't you? Settle. Yeah. And I've got to be honest, I did usually go with Miranda, but that was mainly because
you were romancing it. Yeah, you wanted to get in the pants. So.
But, yeah. But actually, I think Jack's really good. I really like her on that. For me, she shines most on that Mass Effect 3 and that mission. Mm-hmm. So it's such a really good mission. I think she's good.
I'd have her at the bottom of A.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the bottom of our current A, if anything changes.
I don't think she deserves to be like higher than that. I think because I don't think she's there's just characters that are more important and more memorable to us, I think. But
yeah,
I think she deserves more than B. Personally, I think she's a bit better than average for me.
I agree.
So I'd put them at bottom of A. I think that's fine. I think we can agree on that one.
We can, and I think you'll disagree with me on this one, but Liara is next, and Liara for me is an S category.
No, I completely agree.
Oh, thank God for that.
She has to be an S. Liara is what a great character.
Fantastic.
Just the, even in the first one with the relationship to her mother, who you fight and kill.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Just a complex relationship with her mother. She's so just something about her. I mean, obviously she's a great love interest as well.
Yeah,
she was always my go-to with love interest in 1. She's just, I love the way she speaks. She's so softly spoken. I love it. I love the way she speaks.
Yeah, is
softly spoken. It's like there's something so, I don't know, what would you say, alluring about her character.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the Asari in general are a great race. It's such an interesting, cool race. All-female race. I mean, it's so cool. Such an interesting concept.
And like you said, you know, the way her dialogue is and stuff is class. I remember.
Do you know what I love as well? I love, you know, in 3, if you do the romance option with her, I love the fact that her, you know how it's going to sound a bit tacky this, but you know how most times with the relationships and romance, it's all about like the sex, isn't it, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But in 3 with her like main, you just have a kiss with her on the Citadel, and it's just such a nice moment somehow. It's like true love almost, isn't it?
Oh, God, you are soppy, aren't you?
No,
Jesus
I'm just saying
Christ.
that, like, hang on a minute though. But
where are you going with this?
Point. No, but come on. you know yourself, like the relationship with Miranda in 2, you know, come on, it's not about love. It's more about sexual
lust.
attraction.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the other relationships are as well. Ashley probably is more about love as well if you go through with her to 3. But I just think the one with Liara, it is by the 3rd game you have that kind of like nice romantic kiss with her on the Citadel if you go through with it. And it's just a nice moment.
She's like the girl next door.
Yeah.
You know, she's pretty. She's really nice. I mean, to be fair though, in 2 she does become the Shadow Broker. So
that's another great aspect of her. The Shadow Broker.
Nice arc.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
the Shadow Broker. I mean, she's actually got like a darker side as well.
Yeah, she does.
In a way, like she's not, because at first you think, oh yeah, she's a nice lovey-dovey character, but she's kind of got a little bit of a mother in her, hasn't she? So, because she actually, there's times in the game where she gets quite angry at certain characters, and
there is
gets annoyed. So I just think she's an amazing character. I think she's one
fantastic,
of the best.
And her voice actress,
she has to be an S for me.
It's pretty cool as well on Twitter back in the day. I got a tweet off her. So, you know, there you go. She deserves to be in the S just for that.
So is she the first S we've got in?
Yeah, and I've just noticed actually, I didn't argue the case for Rex being higher than Morden in A, because I wanted Rex in the S category.
Not for me.
I think Rex should be top of A. Hey, you wanted that coin
not more
flip.
Than Morden.
I think it's a coin flip.
I can't see how you can put Rex ahead of Morden.
Because he should have been in the S. Right.
All right. Well, we'll flip for it. So I'll go heads again for Morden in ahead of Rex.
Okay. Hey, Tails, get in there, Rexy boy.
Fair enough.
Yes.
I don't really agree, but
I can't believe I let that slip.
Oh, I just
silly of me.
That's great. For me, Morden is bordering on an S. Not quite, but he's not far off.
Yeah, for me, Rex is S and Morden is bordering an S as well. To be fair, I really do like them both a lot. Yeah, but Liara gets in the S, rightly so, and. Let's talk about the other Krogan. It's Grunt up next.
Yeah.
For me, off the bat, I'm going to say perfectly fine character. Didn't hate. I'd probably go B.
Yeah, I think I might go lower end of B. I think the problem with Grunt is, inevitably, who's he going to get compared to? Rex. Both Krogans. I know they're different type of Krogans. I get that.
Yeah.
Grunt is if I'm not mistaken, is Grunt the clone?
Yeah.
He's a clone, yeah. Mm-hmm. The mission where you meet him and stuff's cool.
It is cool.
You kind of, his master gets killed, doesn't he? Or he dies.
Something like that, yeah. And then you take him aboard your ship.
Yeah. I like Grunt. I think he's definitely, he's not as, it's hard to say this. Rex is a more softer Krogan, isn't he? With his views, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Grunt's 100%. A bit more hardline.
Mm-hmm.
Which I always like the more softer Krogan approach of them trying to like integrate back into society rather than the sort of hardline approach of like, we want to dominate and stuff like that. I didn't really get that or like that one. So I think Grunt's fine. I think he's a cool character. I don't think he's a terrible character. I just think he's an average character. Yeah, he's good. He's
Where
good in
moments,
B? But
I think he's
low end. I think he's low end. B.
Actually, I'll have him behind Samara, Miranda, and Edie. Actually.
Yeah, I don't think he's as as good as those ones.
Right, next one. Is there any debate? Because he's the best guy. He's the best by far.
He just goes straight. To be honest, he should have his own tier.
Yeah, Garrus.
What?
Straight S.
Do we even have to say? We may as well just end it there. There you go, Garrus S.
He's the best.
How can anyone? I don't understand. People can argue this. I can't understand anyone that wouldn't put him as number 1, or at least in the top. Okay, maybe some people might put top 3. It has to be in everyone's top 3, surely.
Mate, he's
awesome. He's such the way he talks, his mannerisms. He's the ultimate paragon as well, isn't he?
Mm.
You know, he's all about justice.
Yeah, but he does have the like
yeah, I guess he does.
any means
two.
by any means get to justice, which can be renegade at times. But you know,
I guess 2 is the most sort of like
Archangel.
where he's a bit more. Yeah, I'm an Archangel. That's so good when you meet Archangel, isn't it? You're like, because you don't. I know people might think that it's obvious. It's like it's not obvious though, is it, that he's Archangel?
No.
I remember going. I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh my god, it's Garrus. Like I was like, yes. Like,
to be fair though, we were younger at the time, so probably easier to deceive in that sense.
And that mission is. I feel like I've said this for every mission in Mass Effect 2, but it's true. That mission's so good. The Archangel mission.
Just have that on loop.
That's yeah. But it's funny, isn't it? Because that's the mission that we were talking with Fishy on the podcast about, the renegade choice of electrocuting the mechanic.
That is hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
You've been working too hard, take a break.
Surely even you did that as a Paragon. I did it every time, even
yeah.
Paragon. Like, it was like, you can't not.
Yeah, it's funny.
But, Garrus is the most famous moment for me with Garrus, obviously on the Citadel in Mass Effect 3. You know it's coming to the end. I think it's actually just before the last mission, isn't it? You do this, or the last sort of push.
Yeah, it's really late.
Goes to the Citadel, you have a shooting competition with him, and I mean, you have to let him miss. Sure.
What, let him miss?
Sorry, you have to miss.
Yeah.
You have to let Shepard miss, because Perks was like, I mean, Perks on the podcast was like, nah, but it's like, I'm sorry, you have to have a bit of sympathy for Garrus. He's had that. I mean, he has that horrific injury.
He does,
which nearly kills him.
Garrus deserves all the love and all the morale boost that he needs.
I've got to say as well, I don't know about you, 99% of the time I had him in my party when I could.
Oh yeah, I always had him in, I think.
Mass Effect 1, 100%. 2 as well. 3. He's just
the best
awesome.
Character.
He's just awesome.
The best companion.
And that race is great as well. Another great race, Turians. Fantastic race. I mean, it's funny because a lot of the Turians, they hate humans, don't they?
Yeah.
Because there was the first contact war with humans. But Garrus actually doesn't really hate humans at all, does he? He's quite sympathetic towards humans, which is surprising for a Turian.
Yeah, not like I remember. I just remember meeting him when he was at CSEC.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was more concerned about investigating Saren.
And the thing is, I mean, he's so important because without him, maybe Saren doesn't get caught or get found out by the, in the end, because he was so he thought Saren was dirty even before the humans did.
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic.
There you go.
Character.
Let us know in the comments below if you agree that Garrus is the best companion, because he is. And he is the top of S, yeah, 100%. But lastly is Thane.
Yeah.
And a good character.
I like him.
I think.
Yeah, I like Thane.
Yeah, I think he's good.
A bit of a tragic character, though.
Yeah.
His story's quite sad, isn't it, really? His relationship with his son, and yeah.
Terminally ill.
Although he does make up with him a bit in the end, doesn't he?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly. Yeah, I think he did just before he dies.
I believe you can do the mission to do that.
Yeah, he kind of makes up with him, so. Yeah, he dies tragically, obviously. Is it cancer, like alien cancer or something?
Yeah.
Some weird. Yeah, I don't know. But he's dying even when you meet him, isn't he, in the game?
Yep.
Which is interesting. Another softly spoken character.
He is.
He has that gravelly sort of voice as well.
He's just a good character, I think.
Just a good character all around.
Solid character.
Another good character, actually, that is good to take on the mission with you.
Yeah.
He was cool for that. Interesting story beats. His mission was really cool. What you do with his son and stuff.
Where are we putting him, though?
I don't know where to put him. I'd probably put him top of B, I think. Yeah,
I was going to say, is it top of B or bottom of A?
No, I don't think he quite gets into A for me. Not quite.
Oh, I really liked him.
Well, who else have we got bottom of A and top of B? It depends.
Top of B is Samara, bottom of A is Jack.
Well, he's definitely a better character than Samara for me. Is he better than Jack? Don't know. Don't think he's better than Jack.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. This might have to be another coin toss.
At this point.
I think top of B, personally. I think he's the best in B, personally.
You know what? We'll go best in B, because I'd rather he be the best than the worst in the category.
Yeah.
We'll go best.
Even though technically that means that Jack is better than him because he's bottom of A, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I actually think that's a coin toss. Coin toss.
A coin toss.
A coin
toss.
Yeah, because it could go either way, and they both got good stories and backstories, so both intriguing characters. So yeah, that does complete the obviously our tier list, and we'll have a run through starting from the getting the bin category, the D. And we only have 2. It's Kayden and Jacob somehow.
Yeah, and then you've got for Kayden as the absolute worst.
Yeah, oh yeah, Kayden easily the worst.
Yeah.
I can't believe James has survived. Can I just say,
can you imagine if you had to play through right with Jacob and Kayden for the entire trilogy?
Well,
that's where you have to go. That's why they're in D, because that game would go from like a 9.5 out of 10 to like a 6 out of 10.
Well, I'd have Jake. I don't mind Jacob, so he'd be all right. And maybe fans would learn to appreciate him more. I don't know.
I hope fans disagree with you.
Well, we'll see. Let us know in the comments. But C category from bottom is Javik, Kasumi, Zaid, James, and Ashley. Topping C. I can't believe James has snuck in there, but he has. So
he definitely deserves to be above Jacob. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to say and leave it at that. Bottom of B is Grunt, Edie, Miranda, Samara, and then Thane topping that category out. And then in A, we've got Jack, Legion, Tali, it's really small, Morden, and then Rex. Yes, because I managed to get that
you put
changed.
Rex.
Yep, and then Superstar list is Liara in second and Garrus takes.
I just want to say though, right? See, this is where like it's interesting because people are going to think, oh, you think Liara's as good. We don't think Liara's as good as Garrus. We have to say that, if anything, it's even tempting. I'm not going to do it, but it's even tempting to put Liara to the top of A, just to have Garrus in his own category.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
because I actually think Garrus is above. He's way above anyone, really. But I do love Liara as well, so it's like, I don't know. It's really hard. I don't know. But I'm tempted to put her down to A. I'm tempted to put her to the top. No. I mean, she'd be the top of A.
No, we
look. Right. Yeah, we decided now.
Garrus is.
She's at the bottom of that. She's not. She's nowhere.
Garrus is above her. So
if anything, I think Garrus should be an S plus.
Yes, but there is no S plus.
There is no
he's
S
the top of S.
Just to finish, though, I mean, I don't just think Garrus is one of the best masters. I think Garrus is one of the best characters in any game.
Yeah, I'd go along with that.
So that's for me why he'd be right up there.
He's brilliant.
If we ever do, I'm sure we will hopefully do this one day. If we ever do like a top characters out of anything list in gaming,
Jesus Christ, that would be.
Which I'd love to do. I think we should do that. You know, for this sort of D to A. Maybe not D to hard though, isn't it? Because then it's like you have to choose really bad characters that you hate as well.
Yeah,
but
I think we could do something like that.
He'd be right up there for me.
Yeah,
don't know if he'd be top, but he'd be up there.
So. He would be. And but yeah, that does bring the end to this tier list. And let us know in the comments below what your list would be, what you disagree with us on, what you agree with us on. And if you want to follow the podcast on social media, you can do. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ChetReachPod. Links are in the description below. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe. That will really help the channel to grow. But yeah, we'll be back next week with a normal podcast. And we hope you enjoyed the tier list. We'll speak again soon. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.